Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel CCNA Day 4 Part 2. I am Muhammad Ayub. I am your trainer for this entire series. So now we are going to see the next video, static routing. So previously we have configured static routing. We have given IP addresses to the LAN network, LAN systems, and we have given IP addresses to our E0 Ethernet port. So now we are going to configure the serial port for all the branches. So we are seeing in the notes. Yeah. So in the previous video we have configured the LAN network IP addresses of all the branches like Chennai, Hyderabad and Bangalore. So now we are going to configure the serial interface of all the branches like Chennai, Hyderabad and Bangalore. So coming to the practicals, static routing. So first we are moving to the Chennai branch. So actually, see guys, previously we are going to connect the router through one of the like desktop or laptop system, right? Through the console cable. So after configuration of all the router ports, so that we can connect our router through LAN network, as you told you that in the previous videos. So how to connect the router through the LAN network, I will show you the practical. So go to the in the LAN any systems and open the system and go to the command prompt and type telnet on IP address of the fast Ethernet port of the router. So what is the Chennai IP address of the router? Like 192.168.1.100. So we are going to connect our router through LAN network. Okay. So for that, what is the command? Telnet and IP address. Telnet 192.168.1.100. So see this guys. We are accessing our router through our LAN network, right? So from which protocol you are using this router? Line VTVY. Like we have seen in the previous videos, we have configured the LAN VTY, right? So 0 to 4, 0 to 4, and that means we can connect our router through at a time 4 systems. 0 to 4 means 4 system we can connect to the LAN VTY. Okay, so we are going to connect our router through LAN system. Password is subnet, enable, then password is subnet. Show running config. Okay, so far we have configured the FA0 fast Ethernet ports 0/0, and we have configured the so LAN router IP addresses. So now we are going to configure the serial interface of the router. So see this, based on the notes only we have to configure our practicals. So previously we have configured this interface 0/0, so that is what is showing. Let me check whether it's IP address is correct or not. See this guys, Chennai SS0 IP address is 100.16.0.1. So in our Chennai branch interface, what is the IP address? 100.16.0.1. So the Chennai branch interface is correct. So we are moving to the Hyderabad branch. So we are moving to the branch. So for that, we are going to any LAN network and going to the desktop and the command prompt. Type the telnet and the IP address of the fast Ethernet port. This is one. This one. 10.100. Telnet 10.0.10.0.100. See this guys, we can connect our router through the LAN. Okay, so now we don't need any extra systems to connect to the console port, right? Why? Because we have configured all the things, so that's why we are going to connect this router through our LAN systems. So subnet password enables subnet password. Show running config. So we have previously we have configured fast Ethernet port 0/0. We have given the IP address to the fast Ethernet port, and we have not given the IP address to interface. It was previously given, so that is why it is showing. Let we need to just check whether it's a correct or not. If it is not, then we have to give the IP address to the interface. So what is the IP address of the S0 of Hyderabad branch? 172.16.0.2. So S0, what is the IP address? 170.16.0.2. So the IP address is correct. So we have to configure two interfaces in Hyderabad branch. Why? Because see this in the diagram. We are going to connect one interface from Chennai to Hyderabad to the serial 0 port. Then we are again in Hyderabad branch. We are connecting another cable using serial 1 S1. See this guys. See serial 1 to Bangalore branch serial 1. So in the Hyderabad branch, we need to configure the S0 and S1 for both the ports into the Hyderabad branch. So for that, see in the configuration status, what is showing S0? S0 is showing the IP address, but interface serial 1 is not showing the IP address. So we have to give the IP address to the interface serial 1. So how to configure the serial interface? We'll see. So go to the configuration mode, config T, config terminal, interface serial 0/1/1. Enter, and the IP address is 172.17. See this guys here, serial 1. We are going to give the IP address to serial 1. So 172.17.0.1, and the subnet mask of class B is 255.255.255.0.0. Enter. No shutdown to enable the port. No shutdown. And encapsulation has DLC. Remember now, guys, what is the configuration of the serial interface? How to give the IP address? So encapsulation head DLC, and the clock rate is 2 lakh. Maybe it will take or not. If another interface has taken, it will not take. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Enter. Yeah, it has given taken. So exit. Then exit. Show running config to check the configuration. See this guys. Previously serial interface serial 0/1/1 we don't have the IP address. Now we have given the IP address to the serial 0/1/1. So our Hyderabad branch has been configured. So let me show you the interface, how to configure the serial interface in the previous notes, so that you will get the clarity. See this guys. We have configured serial interface, right? One port. This is the syntax to configure the serial interface. We have given the we have select the interface, and we have given the IP addresses, and we have given the no shutdown command, and we have given encapsulation, and we have given the clock rate. This is the syntax for the configuration of serial interface. So moving to the Bangalore branch. Bangalore branch. What is the interface IP address of Bangalore branch? 170.17.0.2. So we are moving to the Bangalore branch. Let's see. Open any system in the LAN system. Then command prompt, and then telnet. Telnet, and what is the IP address of the Bangalore branch? 192.168.2.100. So 192.168.2.100. Subnet password enable subnet. show running config to check the configuration. We have make it as a copy, right? We have copied the entire LAN network. So just we have to just confirm that whether the IP address is correct or not. See this interface E0 IP address is correct in the Bangalore branch, and the S0 sorry S1 interface of IP address. What is the S1 interface? 170.70.0.2. So we have serial interface given to the serial 0/1/0. So we have to remove this. We have to make it as default. So I will show how to make it as default. Then we have to configure this interface 0/1/1. Why we are configure 0/1/1? Why? Because or one of the interface is connected through the Hyderabad branch into the serial interface 1 only. So remember guys, for every like interfaces, like in Chennai branch we are connecting the serial 0 interface. In the router there is a two interface, right? Serial 0 and serial 1. So for every like we are going to connect every branch, whichever the interface is connected, we have to connect to this interface only. See this in Chennai branch we have connect our one of the port into the serial 0, and in Hyderabad branch we have connected to the S0. So in the Hyderabad branch we are connecting another cable to S1. Then we are going to connect the S1 to the Bangalore branch. Why we are connecting S1 into the Bangalore branch? Why? Because we have connected one interface to the S1 into the Hyderabad branch. Clear? So for that we have to make it as normal. Firstly we are going to normal and default to the port of this serial 0/1/0. Then we are going to give the IP address to the serial 0/1/1. So coming to the practical, config T interface fast serial 0. This is not fast internet, serial 0. Serial 0 0/1/0. Enter. To make it as default, what is the command? No shutdown. No shutdown. Sorry. No IP addresses. No IP address. Then no. Then shut down the port. Shut down shut down the port. Then exit. Then interface serial 0/1/1. IP address. IP address. What is the IP address of serial 1 interface? 170.70.0.2. See this in the practicals. 172.17.0.2. What is the subnet mask? 255.255.0.0. Enter. Encapsulation HDLC. Enter. Then no shutdown to enable the port. Then clock rate. Maybe it will take or not. We'll see this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 zeros. See this. This command applies only a DC interface. Why? Because we have already given the clock rate to the Hyderabad branch. Why? That's why it's not taking. So ignore this. Then exit. Then exit. Show running config. See this guys. Previously interface 00/1/0 we have given the IP address. Now it's not showing. And we have given the shutdown command to the interface 00/1/0. Then we have configured the 0/1/1 IP address. It's showing as per the nodes only. So far we have configured as per our nodes only. So from here onwards we are going to start the starting routing. So before that I just want to show you the diagram how our routing table shows. See this guys. This is the diagram of our static routing. So why we are configuring the static routing means, say for example, in a Chennai branch we have IP address 192.168.1.1. In the Hyderabad branch our IP address is 10.0.0.1. Both are different IP addresses, right? So they will not communicate until unless we have configured the static routing. So we'll check, we'll see in the practicals whether it's communicating or not. See this. we are going to firstly we are going to ping to our local LAN only, whether it's replying or not. So our local LAN IP is 10.0.0.1 and 2. So ping to the system 10.0.0.2. So it's replying, right? So same LAN, same branch, we are going to communicating the systems. But while we are going to communicate with the Chennai branch, it will not reply. It will show the destination was unreachable. So let's see, 192.168.1.1 and 1.2 are Chennai branch LAN system IP addresses. 192.168.1.1. See these guys. What is replying? Destination host unreachable. That means our Hyderabad branch is not communicating with the Chennai branch. So for this only, we have to configure the static routing. This is the main function of the router. We have previously read the notes about the definition of the router. What is the router definition? I mean, what is the function of the router? To make a communication between the two classes and two IP addresses. So for this, we have to configure the static routing. So now we are going to configure the static routing. Moving to the notes. What is the syntax? See this guys. This is the syntax to configure the static routing for every branch. This is the syntax. Chennai side and Hyderabad side and Bangalore side. This is the syntax. We have to configure based on the syntax only. See this. What is the syntax? IP routing. IP route, destination network ID, subnet mask, and next hop IP. And then IP route, destination next network ID, subnet mask, and exit interface. Series. What is the syntax? IP routing. So first we go to the Chennai branch. We are going to start from Chennai branch. Okay. Chennai branch. Subnet enable subnet. IP routing. Before that, we are check whether our routing table what is showing. So to check the routing table, what is the command? Show IP route. Show IP route. Show IP route. See this guys. It's showing like C. C means connected, directly connected networks. Firstly, it will show. We are going to configure the static routing, right? It will represent as static S abbreviation. What is the abbreviation of static routing? S. What is the directly connected networks abbreviation is C. And what is the abbreviation of IGRP is I. And RIP is R. Like this, you will get the abbreviation of all the protocols like BGP. If you configure the BGP, it will show the B into the this interfaces. And D for EIGRP and O for OSPF. So we'll see in the coming videos what is the OSPF and what is the EIGRP protocol. So config T, IP route, sorry, IP routing, IP routing, IP route 10.0. See this. We have to configure. We are sitting in the Chennai branch, right? We have to configure next hop IP addresses. Next hop or next hop is in the Hyderabad branch. What is the LAN IP of the Hyderabad branch? 10.0.1. So in this, we are going to take the broadcast ID and network ID. So what is the network ID of 10 series? 10.0.0.0 and the subnet mask. Then we are again taking the IP address of the 192.168.2.0. See this 2.0 is Bangalore branch interface IP addresses. 192.168.2.0. 2. Series For every IP address, what is the network ID and broadcast ID? Network ID is the 0, which represent 192.0. 2.0 is the network ID, and the 2.1 is the IP, and last 255 is the broadcast ID of all the IP addresses. So in this, we are taking just network ID of the all the branches. So 10.0.10.0.0.0, and subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. How it is going through serial 0 interface. See this. We are moving a packet from this to here in Hyderabad branch. So what is the serial interface? Here in nodes it is showing serial 0. You have to take total as per our nodes. I mean as per our the router 0/1 0/0 means 0/1/0 enter. See this as that's it. You have to just give the IP addresses of the next hop IP address, and our routing is complete. IP route 192.168.2.0 for Bangalore branch. And what is the subnet mask of a class C? 255.255.255.0 going through serial 0. Serial 0/1/0. Enter. Exit. To check the routing table, what is the command? Show IP route. Show IP route. See this guys. Previously it is showing only C for two IP addresses showing. Now it's showing the S present is static routing. See this here. S abbreviation. What is the abbreviation of S is static. That means we have configured static routing of the 10.0 network and 192.168.2.0 network. Like this we have to configure to all the branches, so that we will communicate with all the branches. That is our static routing class. We will moving to the Hyderabad branch. So config T subnet enable subnet. Before that I am showing you the routing table. Before the configuration, what we have in the routing table, I will show you. Show IP route. See this guys. Only directly connected network is showing. C, right? C representing to before the IP address, right? So now we are going to configure the Hyderabad branch static routing. So what is the Hyderabad branch static routing? 192.168.1.1, this Chennai branch. Then 192.168 2.2.0. 1.0 is Chennai branch, and 2.0 is Bangalore branch. And again we are configuring the two branches interfaces, right? See this. IP routing, IP route 192.168 1.0 via 0, then IP address 192.168 2.0 via S1. So config T IP route, IP routing, IP routing, IP route. What is the IP address? 192.168.1.0. 1.0. Make sure you have to take only a broadcast. Make sure you have to take the IP address of the network ID 255.255.255.0 via serial 0. See this guys. Our one interface is moving to Chennai branch via serial 0, right? See in the diagram. We are configuring from this our LAN to here. We are moving our packet from this via serial interface to the Chennai branch. Then again our packet moving from serial 1 to the Bangalore branch. So here see in the diagram, our one of the packet is flowing to the Chennai branch via serial 0, and another packet we are moving to through the serial 1 to the Bangalore branch. So make sure you have to give a proper interfaces to the IP address. So via serial 0 /1/0 enter, then IP address, IP route 192.168. 2.0, 192.168.2.0, subnet mask 255.255.255.0 via serial 1, 0/1/1, enter, then exit. Show IP route. What is the command to check the routing table? Show IP route. See this, guys. Previously it was showing only C to 3 IP addresses. Now we have configured the static to the Hyderabad branch. See this, 192.168.1.0 directly connected via serial 0, and 192.168.2.0 is directly connected via serial 1. So our Hyderabad branch configurations are done. Then we are moving to the Bangalore branch. In the Bangalore branch, we are going to configure the Hyderabad branch interface 10.0.0 via serial 1 and IP route 192.168.1.1, the Chennai branch via serial 1. Our packet moving from this serial 1 to Hyderabad branch, then this serial 1 to Bangalore branch, sorry, Chennai branch. So moving to the Bangalore router, then config T, subnet, enable subnet, show IP route. Before I will show you the routing table, see this. We have only directly connected networks in the routing table. So we are going to configure the static routing of the Bangalore branch. So what is the syntax? Config T, IP routing, then IP route 10.0.0.0 via serial 1, 255.255. Sorry, class A subnet mask is 255.0.0.0 via serial 1, 0/1/1, enter, then IP route, what is the next IP? 10.0.0.0, then 192.168.1.0, 192.168.1.0 via serial 1, 0, subnet mask 255 class C 255.255.0 via serial 1, via serial 1, 0/1/1, enter, then exit. Show IP route. See this, guys. 10.0 is connected to serial 1 and 192.168.1.0 is directly connected to serial 1 only. So now we are going to ping to our from Bangalore branch to Chennai branch. Let's see whether it's communicating or not. If it is communicating, then that means our class static routing class is completed. So we are opening the Bangalore branch LAN system and we are going to communicate with our Chennai branch system. Ping. What is the IP address of the Chennai branch? 192.168.1.1 and 1.2 to both the systems. 192.168.1.1. Enter. Wait for the time. It will take time to reply. See this, guys. It's replying, right? So that means our static routing has been completed. See this, guys. 1.2. Previously it was not communicating. Why? Because we have not making the routing into the routers, so that's why it's not communicating. So we have given the static routing to all the routers of all the branches, so that's why it's communicating with each other. So we'll going to communicate through Hyderabad to Bangalore LAN network. We'll see whether it's communicating or not. Ping. What is the IP address of the LAN IP address of the Bangalore? 192.168.2.1, 192.168.2.1 and 2.2. Wait for the time. It will give a reply. See this, guy, it's replying, right? That means our class is completed. See this. We are in Hyderabad branch and we are pinging to the Bangalore branch. Same again, we are going to ping to the Chennai branch also, whether it's communicating or not. We'll see this. 192.168.1.1 and 1.2 of both the systems. See this. It's communicating, right? So now our static routing has been completed. So we are going to see to the next class, dynamic routing. We'll see the dynamic routing. This static routing has been completed. Next we are going to see the dynamic routing. So please guys, like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest videos. Share this video to your friends and relatives who are going to learn the CCNA in a simple way. So thanks for watching guys.